What's up? What's up, y'all? A lot of stuff to cover today. Polo Sports Talking Entertainment here again with another one. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not a member of the channel. And also be sure to hit them notifications too so that you're able to get each and every one of my videos, okay? You know the deal and you know the drill. Last night proved why it's exactly what I said, okay? And see, everybody wants to know, okay, well, why was Jokic MVP? Even though some people felt that some other people should have had gotten the MVP last season or whatnot, but Jokic had a great case. But see, y'all are sitting here wondering why a guy like Jokic is able to get an MVP. Now, true enough, he didn't show up in the playoffs, okay, and that was a knock on him, and I get it. I understand why people, were on his helmet. Uh, because I was one of them that was on his helmet about not showing up. Because if you're the MVP, you're supposed to show up. Not only in the regular season, but you also got to show up in the playoffs too. That's one of the criticisms that Giannis had too. Okay, but just like the same smoke that you're gonna give Giannis, you also have to give it to a guy like Jokic too as well. But that's a whole nother story. What we're talking about right now, we're talking about team ball. Okay, and last night you clearly seen it as Denver just wiped out the Dallas Mavericks, just blew them out clearly. You saw that it was evident that Jokic knows teamwork, unlike Luka. And you're talking to somebody that likes Luka, okay? You're talking to somebody that likes Luka. Unfortunately, Luka does not know team ball. He gives up the ball when he feels like it's necessary. He's not giving up the ball to actually make a play. He's not giving up the ball to make guys better or whatever. He's giving it up to say you know what, I can't get a score, or too many people are on me, or he's forced to give it up. Jokic is he's a willing passer, and Jokic. I put to you like this: Jokic plays point guard better than some of these point guards nowadays. Unfortunately, we have to say that, but he's a big man. Unfortunately, that's what he's classified as. But if Jokic was shorter and Jokic, um, was handling the ball as much as Luka does, the team would be would flow much more better. What's up with it, Randall? Man, you fell out yesterday, man. Come on, man. Man, salute to you, Randall. Um, you fell out, man, when we were talking yesterday, man. I was hoping to continue our conversation about the Lakers talk. But anyways, like I was saying, Luca he I'm hoping he learns, how to play team ball. But until then, you're never gonna see uh, the true the true value of what the Mavericks can be unless Luca comes up off of that ball. Okay. Last night, man, when they were playing, and they were down. Guess what? Guess what happened when Luka went off the floor? Just like I received a lot of criticism about Luka. Oh, without Luka, oh, the team wouldn't be anything. Well, last night, guess what? When they were down, they started to make a push and started to make a run without Luka being on the floor. They started to make a run and stay, and then once Luka got back on the floor, then guess what happened? He wants to handle the ball. He wants to continue to wait for the ball and to inbound the ball. Like, you're not playing any defense. Okay, you're not moving on defense. You still have to improve on your defense by a wide margin. So why do you want the ball to dribble all this time when you got guys that are actually hustling on D? You got Brunson who's fighting through screens and things of that nature, is a better defender than you. Yes, I do. I want, listen, Randall, Luka can play off the ball. He can play off the ball. Matter of fact, he'll be a better player if he plays off the ball. Like by nature, Europeans can play off the ball and cut and move and get through screens, moving without the ball. That's European. That's European basketball at its best. So I have no doubt in my mind that he can do that. I wouldn't even have a problem if he dribbled on just the half court alone. But what you're not understanding, well, a lot of people aren't understanding, you're dribbling the ball and you're exerting energy. And then by the time when you listen, they didn't even score in the hundreds. They got completely wiped out. Completely wiped out. And you saw Denver, what were they doing yesterday, Randall? If you watched the game, you said because he really skilled. Listen, skill don't have shit to do with it. You can have all of the talent, all the skill in the world, man. If you're not using that shit right, then it's gonna affect your team. Mitch Richmond, as much as I love Mitch Richmond and everything, hey, he was a great, uh, you know, I think what like one of the top shooting guards in the league besides MJ. But guess what? And I'm not comparing Luka to Mitch Richmond or anything, but I'm talking about the situation. You could do all that scoring and be a great scorer and everything, but where's your team gonna go? But the thing about Luka is that he can actually make his team better. He can make it, man. You can make your team so much better if you just came off the ball. That's part of being a leader. Part of being a leader is recognizing, okay, hey, look, we're not do we would do better this way if if we made this change or something like that. That's what great leaders do. That's what great leaders do. And no, he's not caping for Luca or anything. Wait, what? I just think that he sees that he's skilled and everything. Come on, man. Just because a person says that they're skilled or something like that, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're caping for anybody. I think Luca's really skilled. I think he is. He was the MVP candidate. Last season. Well, the season before last, I should say. Thing about it is though, yeah, well, right. You just speaking how you feel about him. I understand that you're not a Luca fan, you know, but I mean he's skilled and everything. But man, you're not. You're sitting there. You're dribbling the ball. You're exerting more energy. You're taking away from your team. So guess what you're doing? Not only are you affecting your team, not only not only are you affecting your team, you're affecting yourself because you're sitting there, you're exerting all this energy. By the time you get to the third and fourth quarter, you're gassed. Look at him yesterday. He could barely get off. I know he's not athleticism. His game isn't predicated on athleticism or anything like that. But still, you got to have some sort of energy in that third and fourth quarter, especially if you're the superstar of the team. Ja Morant, do you see Ja Morant and how? Okay, Ja Morant, hey, he's made some terrible mistakes, but one thing that you could say about Ja Morant is, guess what? Ja Morant knows how to come off the ball when it's necessary. Ja Morant makes better decisions down the stretch when necessary. Yes, absolutely. Hey, you could call us crazy if you want to. Wait, what? I'm taking Jokic over Luka because Jokic at least is a better. You're looking at it like, oh, he could dribble and cross people up and all this other stuff. Jokic at least knows how to use his team, especially when you got weapons on your team. Like Jokic knows, okay, hey, look, I'm not skilled as a Michael Porter Jr. I'm not as skilled well, Jamal Crawford didn't play, but he's not as skilled as those players. But I'm more effective than those guys because I can facilitate, I can rebound, I can knock the jumper when it's needed, I can get in the post. I know I can set screens as a big man. No, it's not okay. You see, there you go again, trying to you make any type of excuse. Wait, what? You got to stop it with the excuses. Uh, Giannis didn't make any excuses about having, all the teammates in the world. Luka has weapons on his team. He just needs to know how to use them. I would love to play with a guy like Brunson, but you want Brunson to be an all-star. You want Jokic. Jokic got Michael Porter Jr. Yes, that's great. Michael Porter Jr. is gonna be great. He's got what's his name? Harris. Not Harris. What the Morris? He got Morris on there. Shoot, he got old ass Jeff Green who was making a contribution, and he still was able to get it done. Look how they blew him out yesterday. The Mavs should have won that game. To be honest with you, but you don't know how to use your team. You sitting up there dribbling the ball all day long or whatever. Guys are sitting there waiting for you. You got Powell on your team. Powell is effective. Boban's effective. All these guys are hustling and they're trying to play D. You sitting there taking away from them. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Look, wait. You're looking at, oh, you want that guy to be everybody's not gonna be next to Giannis or Chris Middleton. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not gonna be a like it's not gonna be a Carmelo Anthony and LeBron James situation. It's not gonna be a James Harden KD situation. It's just not gonna be like that sometimes. But Tim Hardaway Jr., he was good for a dub last year and shot well. Finney Smith was good for double figures and shot like 38% last year. Jalen Brunson was had a decent assist to turnover ratio and was a very good playmaker. You don't have Porzingis. Already showing that you can't really rely on Porzingis in terms of health wise. He's had back issues. But there's still no excuse. You need to learn how to use your squad. Right. Okay. And think about who they didn't have. They didn't have all their pieces. Oh well, he got swept. But hey, did Luka get out the first round? No. So we're not even you whether you got swept or whether you lost, you still lost. They had a 2-0 lead. And to make matters worse too, wait, what? They had a 2-0 lead and they let them back in the series. Last time I checked, you supposed to seal the deal. Isn't that what the greats do? They seal the deal. Last time I checked, Boston Celtics, they went ahead and they sealed the deal against the Lakers. Jordan, when it's needed to be done, when he would play them little mediocre teams in the first and second round, guess what? He would seal the deal. I guarantee you, if he had those type of players on his team, wait, what? He would still be fussing, whining, bitching, and complaining off the fact that he's not getting his way. Right, exactly. He had a 2-0 lead, and what happened? They lost. We're not having that argument. Like, what are you trying to say? Like, you're not going to get anywhere with that argument. Wait, what? You're saying they were up 2-0? Yeah, that's great. What you want a cookie for that shit? Jokic had an MVP. That's great. Guess what? He got swept. Come on, man. Like you trying to get. Oh yeah, but man, get out of here with that, man. Yeah, but wait a minute. You always got to. But wait a minute. No, there's no excuses. If the Lakers lose, there's no excuses. If Brooklyn lose, there's no excuses. But wait a minute, Kyrie and Harden was hurt. Well, there's no excuses because Giannis hyperextended his knee and came back. Oh, but wait a minute. Well, they were hurt. Well, Devin Booker had to play with a mask on, and he had got elbowed and stuff. And plus, Chris Paul was injured too. If it was a sprint, I got you. Right, right, yeah, right. You said it was a sprint. It's a marathon, right? But guess what? They still lost the marathon, man. Come on, wait, what, man? You gotta, like I said, man. If you gotta come stronger in your argument because you're sitting here telling me that he had a 2-0 lead. You're sitting here telling me Luka is such a dynamic player and everything, but doesn't know how to use his team. They could have easily beat the Clippers if he'd have used his team correctly. They could have easily won. But they got blown out like in the first quarter. They were finished in the first quarter, that seventh game. Like I'm not saying, see, you're missing what I'm saying. Wait, what? Listen, I'm taking Jokic in a situation where, okay, I know that he brings more value to making his teammates better. Jokic makes his teammates better. Luka does not make his teammates better. He doesn't bring the best out of his teammate. Jokic does. Hey, wait, what? So you telling me you want to play with a guy that dribbles, and you hustling. You're playing ball. You're playing defense. You fighting through screens. You getting rebounds. And next thing you know, guess who shows up in your face when you get a rebound? Luka. Guess what happens when you get a with a block? Oh, Luka crying for the ball again. Guess what happens when you get a steal? Luka wants the ball again. But you exerted all this energy, running, getting the steal, getting rebounds, hustling, setting traps to make. You understand what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, man, fuck that shit, nigga. I can't even get rewarded. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. And I thought, and last time I checked, you were supposed to be a hooper. You know good and damn well that if Luka was sitting up in there dribbling or something like that, man, you gonna be in the locker room. You gonna be like, man, will you come up off the ball? But y'all so obsessed with, oh, look, he pulling up from the timeline. He pulling up, he dribble, he crossed that man up and stuff like that. Meanwhile, you got motherfuckers up in there calling for the ball. Why some people be wide the fuck open, and then you get mad because that guy missed a shot. Guess what? He's not in rhythm. We gotta talk basketball. You gotta place yourself in those other guys' shoes. It's like Luka, and all this other stuff. Man, Tim Hardaway Jr. can hoop. Tim Hardaway Jr. can put up 20 points. Finney Smith can shoot. Powell can play. Boban is a great size to have down low. And when Porzingis is really doing his thing, he's good for a dub. Luka is than pressure on that. What? Man, all this shit you be typing, man, you just want to make it look pretty, man. Yeah, you ain't saying no logic at all. You sitting here telling me that Luka should get rewarded for being up 2-0. No. Matter of fact, you should get your ass flamed for being up 2-0 and then losing that damn lead, because everybody in Dallas, and you can ask anybody, you can even ask Jacob. Everybody in Dallas was like, "Oh, this is a for sure thing." But people had to tell me, "Look, I wouldn't bank on it." There were several people that told me not to be a prisoner of the moment. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, "Man, they got this in the bag." You go check the archives and all that other shit, you'll hear, man, I was like, damn, the Clippers can win this. But there were like 3-4 people that tell me, nah, they're not gonna go to sleep on the Clippers. And guess what happened? It's Cap Saturday. Okay. Um, you got one more time, because the only one that's really capping is you. Wait, what? Luka. I mean, see, yeah, that's what I'm gonna call you. Wait, wait. Your name is Luka. That's your name, cause you gasping for air. You huffing and puffing right now, cause you ain't got nothing. You ain't got no logic that you spitting right now. Listen, you play the game in order to play. No, matter of fact, I should say it this way. You train for the fourth quarter. I don't know. You play ball, right? Wait, what? We Listen. My coach, we had regular practice, and then we had fourth quarter training. Okay, and we had to do both. Fourth quarter training was way, 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 way more intense than regular practices. And sometimes it would be after the practice. We did fourth quarter training would be after practice. Some of the guys that really wanted to better their game and be better on their conditioning, you know what I'm saying, you had to do a little sign up sheet. They had the same thing for free throw shooting. They had like a free throw ladder contest. They had all sorts of stuff, but everybody was into that fourth quarter training. If you were into that fourth quarter training, that would separate the men from the mice, so to speak. You play the game and you train for the fourth quarter, man. You don't sit there to train for no first half, and then next thing you know, you gassed. You know why? Why do you think? Why do you think like when guys come from football onto basketball at the end of the season, they'll be like, man, this shit is easy. You know why? Because football players are so used to doing extreme training and tour days and conditioning. And it's the same thing with basketball when they go and they go play for another sport or something like that, and you play multiple sports around. But my point is that you need to Luka needs to work on his conditioning. He needs to work on his conditioning. It ain't nothing about being gas. John Morant is fine in the fourth quarter, and look how he busts Steph Curry's ass. He didn't have Jamal Murray last year, man. Remember, Michael Porter Jr. was thrown in the fire. You can have all that talent, all that skill, all that. Here we go with that BS. Here we go with that BS. Why? What? We're not talking about Steve Nash. Can you stay on? Can you stay on the subject, please? We're not talking about Steve Nash. Stop talking about him for real. I'm serious about that. We're talking about Luka, and we're talking about Joker. But since you want to bring Steve Nash, another international player, into this argument, I will say this. Okay, I'll say this for you. I'll say this for you. I'll say this for you. Okay, we're not talking about the bubble. We're talking about last year, man. He still brought if you go back and listen to me, I was talking about the reason why he's an MVP because he's valuable for his team. Luca is in a lot of ways he's valuable, but a lot of ways he's not valuable. And when it comes to him shooting the ball and dribbling as much as he does, and his usage rate being through the roof, they're not going to go anywhere. I can guarantee you. You gotta understand that. I would love. Hey, put a one in the chat if you would rather play with Luca. Put a two in the chat if you would rather play with Joker. One for Luca, two for Joker. Who would you rather play with? I didn't say enjoyable to watch. I said who would you rather play with? And that lets and see what that lets. Right, of course, yeah, of course you're gonna do that. Nah, I gotta go. Wait, what? I'm doing something right now. I was only gonna be on here for a minute. Okay, Kevin Foster said too. Man, it's not gonna count twice for you. Wait, what? Listen, I like the way Luca plays. I've already told you that. People thought that I was capping. Uh, the year before, the year before last. No, yeah, it was. I think it was last year when he was ranked high in the ESPN voting at the beginning of the off season or before the season has started. I was with it. I was like, yeah, that's great, but he still got a lot to work on. And the thing that I said was that Luca, he needs to be more of a team player. That was first and foremost. He needs to work on his conditioning and work on his defense. It doesn't take away from his skill. If Luka if Luka had the the body type of a John Morant, which he'll never be because he's European. Um, if he had the body type of and the athleticism of John Morant, more importantly, if he had the conditioning and the heart and will on defense of a John Morant, Luka would be out of this world. How is he not a top 7 player and he just won MVP? I'm done with you. I'm done with you. Wait, what? He just won an MVP. He just won an MVP. And go check last year where they had Jokic rated. His game, Jokic don't got no pretty game. I'll be the first one to tell you, but he's way more valuable than what Luka would be to his team than what Luka is right now. You saw it evident last night. They they were making Dallas look like they was on JV. That looked like the varsity playing the JV. No, Jokic is higher than that. Jokic is higher than that. You got to be higher than that in order to get an MVP, man. You looking at he wants to be his game pretty because to me, I'm gonna say this and then I gotta go. I've told people this before. The prototypical game that I think that a basketball player should play if they're above 6'8", going on 6'9", you want to play like Kevin Durant. That's the most enjoyable game to watch because uh, Kevin Durant got everything all in one package. He's got the size, he's got the shooting, he has the handle, he has the moves. He's versatile. He could come off the ball. He can handle the rock. He can distribute, and he's clutch. He's got it all in one bag. And on top of that, he would be impossible to defend, especially in a one-on-one situation. And he's even more impossible to defend because the fact that he's close to 7 foot and he can pull up from past 30, that makes him even more dangerous. But I gotta go, y'all. Hey, be sure to subscribe to that boy, TJ Boxing and Sports. I'm gonna be getting into some boxing later. Okay, so like this video, share it, subscribe. Thank everybody for pulling up. Wait, what? Thank you for pulling up, Randall. Thank you for pulling up. Kevin Foster, thank y'all for pulling up, man. I appreciate it. Until then, man, it's Polo Sports Talking Entertainment. I'll get at y'all later.